Mini Muses were the happy result of a difficult time. The concept for Mini Muses came about during a period of time last year when my art was at a bit of a standstill. Nothing I was painting was getting finished, and I felt like my creativity had just disappeared. In September, I had my first solo art show. I was incredibly excited. The show was to run for a month. I had special events planned throughout the month. This was the opportunity that I'd been waiting for. On the opening night of the gallery, my paintings were incredibly well received. I sold quite a few. I was elated. The next day, the gallery owner had a family crisis, which meant that the gallery had to be closed immediately and the show had to be canceled. I was devastated. I went from the highest point in my art journey to the lowest, from one day to the next. Packed up all my paintings, brought them back home, and just felt kind of lost. I didn't know what to focus on or what direction to point myself in. I tried to paint, but nothing was coming out like I wanted it to on the canvas. I sent promo packages out to art galleries, but knew that they were booking well into the following year. I saw a call for artists to join a big Christmas art show and sale. It was 2 months away. I grasped onto this. It was a small opportunity, but it felt like a lifeline. I knew with that type of show, I would need an option of smaller art and more affordable pieces that people could buy as small gifts. And that was the beginning of Mini Muse Making. Collage and the first layers of mixed media feel like therapy to me. I love ripping the papers, layering them, adding paint. The hands-on process of it is like active meditation for me. So I cut some of the collage sheets that I'd made into card size and I got started. I wanted them to tie into my invented portrait series, so I decided to have a face on each card. I was able to easily sketch some of the faces. Other ones gave me nothing but frustration. On these days, I found an image of the face that I liked and I used it as a reference. I painted the hair, the clothing, the butterfly wings, the splashes of gold. It was all just a lot of fun. The goal was to create one card every day until I had 30. This way I couldn't give up on them. I pushed through the hard part and managed to get each one to the finish line. Did I love them all? No. But I loved some of them. And as the days went by, they got better and I felt my creativity coming back. I created the Mini Muse workshop with a wish that you'll have your own positive experience. Maybe your creativity needs waking up, or you have art that you've started and not finished. I hope you'll feel free in this mini art making to try techniques that are completely new to you. And may your muse give you what you need without you even asking. So I'm going to go over the different things that you can use for the collage part, which we'll be doing quite a bit of because there's a first layer of collage and then I'm probably going to be using a Titan buff and a rose blush, pale rose blush, to do some of the skin tone and the face. I grabbed a couple of books just to show you some of the things that I'll be using. I love to use an old dictionary, and sometimes I'll pull out a specific page that has a word that's related to the project I'm working on. I'm just going to use this page from here. It's curling up a bit on the edges, and I may have to put it under some big books at some point to flatten it out. But for now, I'm going to use gesso to lighten everything up and make it a bit more cohesive. When I use bubble wrap, or when I use stencils, I like to use more than one color of paint. I like the effect it gives. I want the white and the gold showing, but I want to put the gold a little more into the background. I'm so excited with how these are looking. And at this point, you would look through your cards and lay your image on them and see if there's one that you really like the look of. And you can also play around with the placement of the face on the card. You could do this two ways. You can shuffle them and see what comes up, or you could just pick one that you like the look of for your card. I'm going to try shuffling and see what I get. To make it into a mini muse, you have to make sure that it's just the right size. I'm going to trace the outline of her hair. I'm not sure if I'll use her hair at all, but I'm going to put it on in case I want to use it. I've packed so many art techniques into this workshop. I've also included some wellness practices that are part of my art time. We'll be setting an intention. We'll take a few minutes to focus on our breath and tapping into our heart center. Art making and the creative rituals surrounding it are the best self-care practices. So I can't wait to see what you create. I'm going to be excitedly watching for you to tag me on Instagram or share in our Facebook group. Sit somewhere and make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and focus in on your heart. Picture it, feel it, easily breathe in and out from the center of your heart. Let your thoughts and feelings come and go without judgment. Simply relax and see what your heart has to say. Take all the time you want to listen to your heart. Your breathing may change and you may feel strong emotions, have joyful or turbulent memories, or experience different physical sensations, maybe even tears, but let it be what it is. Simply return to your heart. When you're finished, gently open your eyes.